YouTube, greetings. I'm gonna do one more little follow-up video. This will be like a group of three by the time I'm done. I'm introducing IDEs, like what we use to interact with Python, develop in Python. I'm staying away from Jupyter Notebooks, and I'm talking about Unicode. And I'm also making some mistakes, which are good, teachable moments here. What we left it with last time was I was saying confidently how there was 32 emojis, and yet very clearly as I was saying that, it was contradicting me on the screen. There were 64 emojis by then, and I wondered if you'd picked up on that and why did it go that way. It is really true that there are 32 code points in this range that I've highlighted on the left here, that hexadecimal range up to what we call 20 in hexadecimal. That's really the number 32 in decimal. The 20 converts to 32. I can call it 20. It is 20, but I'd better say hexadecimal at that point. Like, we start to get ambiguity here. If we let people use a word like 10 and then, oh, but I meant in base 12, well, that's not the same as 10 in base 10, is it, or is it not? You know, we have to start to ask ourselves, and the answer is no. Because in base 12, the number 10 is 12. Anyway, where we're at is we're doing too much global stuff, and this is what we don't want to do usually. And we want to keep everything under control and tightly controlled, really. We want to know where things are coming and going from. Like if you're doing theater, there's stage left, there's stage right. Where can actors come from? Entrances and exits. There's a finite number of places where you want to bring people in. And it's the same with computer programming. Having emoji be global, every time I ran this thing, it was like going through this same range of Unicode characters, these smileys, and dumping another pint, another cupful of emojis into that list, getting bigger and bigger. So as I was talking to you, of course, I was running main a couple of times, twice, and that made it double in size. And if I keep running it, let's do that. Let's run main again, and main again. And now let's ask what's the length of this global emoji. I'll scroll that up so you can see. It's getting longer and longer. It's up to 160 now. It keeps repeating what's already there, and then adding the same smileys again and again. So what I'd really want to do this in a more contained way where we're not leaking data everywhere, is you just want one entry and one exit point. So what I should do here is declare my emoji inside as a local variable as I did at first, leave it at that, and then return those emojis. So if I want to keep, I'm going to do a reset again. You ready? Clear the memory. If I want to keep stuff, I should take advantage of the object being returned. That's where I should capture and give a name to whatever I value that this function has done. The value should all come out in the return. There should be what we call side effects. We shouldn't really focus on, we shouldn't allow those if we don't really need them in this kind of context. Now, sometimes you need them, like printing. Like I say, that's sending out to another universe. You've got a wormhole. There's nothing you can do about it. If you need a wormhole, you need a wormhole. But if you don't, you don't. So it's kind of like when structured programming was first invented. People got more disciplined. They understood better. So okay, so now I can run main, and there's the emoji, and I can capture them if I want, but every time it's going to always be just this 32 emoji that I expect, right? The length is 32 and not getting bigger. And if I want to keep those, so keep those, keep safe. So I want to keep the emoji safe. Then I'll take advantage that this return emoji on line 13, there it's like playing football. It's like it's hiking the ball back to the quarterback or something. I'm saying all this because the NFL's coming up on Groundhog Day. Is that right? Is Groundhog Day the same as NFL? No, first Groundhog Day, then NFL Day, Super Bowl, in other words, then Chinese New Year. All right. All right, I hope that cleared things up, and you're now well on your way to understanding a lot of things about Python. So it was kind of things weaving in and out, but I think you got some good insights. Let's hope so, and I'll see you in the next show.